Most of the apps, the phones, our ATC, I think even traffic, most of the stuff that we currently do, all these have, already got AI embedded. And AI, as we currently see, the most interesting that came about 3 months back and which has got sort of taken everybody's interest is ChatGPT. Those are in the area of how artificial intelligence is currently changing our lives. The other is, what is the end game of artificial intelligence if it goes, unchecked and gets to a point where it becomes independent and starts thinking for itself and starts correcting itself and becomes super intelligent, and then what happens? The topmost companies which are countries which are in this space are US and China, and they are the topmost because there is nobody else anywhere close to them. How dangerous is this subject to be left to a duopoly? What will happen to populations and countries and corporations outside of the duopoly?
I don't think it's necessarily dangerous for people outside the duopoly if AI is mostly developed by America and China, but I don't think it's ideal. I do think it would be a good thing if more countries got involved. I just do think a duopoly is a little bit fragile and unhelpful.
The democratization of AI, as most of them are already embedded into consumer products. Do you want to talk something about that?
I still find it somewhat miraculous, the services that the tech giants provide us. It's clear to me that AI is already an incredibly powerful technology, and it's going to become, if it isn't already, our most powerful technology. Most people in the world are not paying very much attention to the rapid pace that AI is developing at. They don't understand where it's going, and I think this is dangerous.
AI or AGI is not going to be based in feelings and emotions and a lot of other intelligence that human beings use, and it's only going to be the intellectual or the logical part of it.
A machine with an IQ of 1 billion, in the sense of logic, that is much more dangerous. So when we talk about this AI discussion on a global level, we need to think about IA, everyday thing, AI, which is better than that, and then general intelligence, which is a system that's a lot like a human, and also has a lot more capacity. That is the part where we're probably going to need a moratorium of a sort. This is a much bigger topic in overall dimension, is what we're going to do with ourselves, how we're going to be humans in the future based on technology and based on genetic engineering. I do think that we're at the point where we're seeing with ChatGPT what the power of this could be if it became more intelligent. The business of replacing humans with machines is a huge business, right? And it creates trillions of dollars. And the business of essentially creating machines that can be like humans is probably the biggest business per se. And it's a huge temptation.
What is the Indian government in this space? Where is it the Indian government with reference to supporting research, etc. on AI?
AI is not something which just happened last decade or past 2 decades. It has been there since the 1950s. What has made it really bring it in vogue is the compute infrastructure advancements and the data. For the first time, I think India is really kind of charting its own path. For us, AI is what it can do to our healthcare, what it can do to our education, what it can do to our agriculture. And when we say what it can do to urbanization and transportation, it is not about driverless cars, it's about managing resources better. How AI can help us achieve our reform agenda, promote inclusive growth, which is a stated policy objective of the government, and what government can do in leading R&D in those sectors where the bottom line approach will not determine the development of the technology.
India has entered the exponential era, okay? So we are going not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're going 4, 8, 16, 32. We're leaping in technological application. India's potential here is clearly to take a leadership not in the tech, but in the response to the tech. Right? That is, I think, the opportunity that shapes up.